things that after studying of successful people, and maybe we call them good stewards of things, is they've learned how to leverage relationships. That's a good thing to know. If you don't know how to do heart surgery on yourself,
Yeah.
it's good to leverage that to somebody who does. And leveraging relationships, leveraging people's different skills is a part of building wealth. If you don't know investments, go to somebody who does. Learn to leverage those gifts of other people. And life insurance is one of them. Building wealth is an important part of who we are and what we are called to do, but we don't understand those things if we're not involved in them. And so that's why we have people that can help us. And if you leverage the right things, you'll learn to protect yourself, to put those things in place.
You know, I've often thought that in Acts 4, I think it is, that they talk about the fact that in the early church, when they met in homes, because quite frankly, they didn't have anywhere else to meet but in homes. They didn't have buildings like we do today. But anyway, they would bring all their money and pool it together to help the people who had needs. And one of those needs was widows.
Yeah.
Well, to me, that's a biblical definition almost of life insurance, where we combine my premium with your premium and thousands of others. Yeah. And then when somebody passes on, the reserves go to that person and waiting until they're needed for somebody else. So, you know, it is a valuable place to cover yourself. And it, like I say, we used to have an old expression many years ago. I don't know what your question is, but I know the answer. You need more life insurance.
That's right. Well, you know, a lot of the companies today started as life insurance, and you know, it was an important part of, and they started selling some products, and some of them were not as good as others, and that became the answer a lot of times to the question, regardless of what the question was. And in some ways gave life insurance and life insurance salesmen a bad name, and certainly there were people that's all they did. But I think it's important to understand that when you talk about wealth and building wealth, when you talk about investments, you're talking about a broad spectrum. And you have to, the key is to cover all of that, to not leave anything unprotected as you're building wealth. Regardless of if that's millions or if it's hundreds or thousands, you have to protect that. And each stage that you grow and you add to those assets, you want to protect them and make sure that you're adjusting so that you keep what you've grown and continue to grow it.